Oh, let me start in a different way. And yeah, I hope it is working just. And the last statement you made, yes, one or two times during the day. So we have to recognize. Recognition comes from self awareness, understanding comes from intellect. Let us see how it works. Just close your eyes. Eyes are closed, and you are aware. One is you are aware means self awareness, and you understand what it means by closing the eyes and being in comfortable and carefree. Person one awareness. You are aware of the person one. What is person one? Person one is just casual, or you can say normal, or you can also say it is also more or less habitual. What is that? You are listening to me. Good. You are aware of body. You are aware of the mind has some thoughts and feelings, but they are all passive. Passive means, pay again attention, passive means not doing anything, do not want to do anything. Just awareness, I wake up in the morning, just awareness. Now, first we will take the person 3. Person 3 puts the thought, or you can say intention, or you can say desire, into the mind, and then we start thinking or speaking and acting or working. Okay, person 1 and 3. So you are be aware of the person 1 once you have understood person 1, and check what person 2 is doing. It has some thoughts and feelings. It may choose, or it allows it to go. What it means? Yeah, person 1 knows we are doing some kind of meditation. So the person two may has a thought of enjoying, for example, enjoying a drink, and the person, but you choose not to entertain that thought. Means what? Person 3 has returned. Person 3 has returned. It is a discerning mind or discerning eye. Discerning, I told you, discerning means separate. Separate means the person two is separated just by awareness, just by or in the field of self-awareness. That is the key. That is the key to understand. Oh, that is the key to understand, yes. So, you are listening, so understanding by an intellect, and self-awareness can go together. Very good. If it can go together, let us go. So the person one represents our baseline consciousness, awake but not actively engaged. So when I say you close your eyes and you got actively engaged, that is the person number two, the discerning intellect. This is the state where we are present but not deeply thinking or analyzing. Thoughts are coming, okay, going, okay. Thoughts flow naturally without deliberate direction. Two things, remember. Person one has two things. Thought flow naturally without deliberate direction, it's okay. And we are not driven by them. Neither we are directing nor we are driven by them. It is like being a gentle, receptive state. So just watch. Thoughts arise naturally without force or suppression. No active mental effort or strain. Present moment but not intensely focused. Subconscious pattern operate quietly in the background, neither reactive nor analytical. You are just okay, whatever is happening. You see, I just broken up that into parts for the sake of clear understanding so that you can do the practice during the day. Practice means it is a knowledge, understanding self-awareness. I would say understanding self-awareness. So what is understanding? The one part, person one or the one part of the mind, just watches the thought come and go. No reaction, no analysis, no analytical. The thought of sensuality comes, no analysis. Very good. Thought of worship comes, it's okay. So you are watching this thought from the person one in you. And the person two in you is the discerning mind, active intelligence. You can say active intelligence. Or active means awakened, conscious, discerning awareness that can observe, analyze, choose the response wisely. This is the rare capacity to engage the power of discernment. Now just see, use conscious thinking as a tool. So here we use the conscious thinking as a tool rather than used by the thought. I am upset, and then I and upset become one. I and upset become one. Person number one. Person number two. I am upset is a thought. Upset is a word. I am neither a thought nor upset because it is a thought. I am not a thought. I am not a thought, so I am not upset. I'm explaining it, but it happens for a fraction of a millisecond. So what happens now? In the beginning I'm upset. I and upset become one. This I is the mind, and I lack self-awareness. And now I don't lack self-awareness in the person too. I apply the discernment and wisdom. I apply the discernment. Remember, I applied the discernment and wisdom to the situation. Means I applied understanding and self-awareness together. Result, I am free from the thought and anxiety reaction. So I observe without immediate judgment or reaction. I can separate facts from interpretation. You understand? I separate facts from interpretation. No, I understood this. But what about the person 3? The person 3 is always pushing me to act. I'm not actively engaged, the person number 1. I'm actively engaged either by the person 2 or person 3. I am actively engaged either by person 2 or person 3. So person 2, from the person 2 I am thinking, speaking and acting. I am using understanding, or you can say intelligence, with self-awareness. You are an engineer, I know you have been very logical, so I take you to the supra-logical journey of the Eastern wisdom. Think of that. So now person 3. Person 3 is also I am actively engaged. Yes, I am also actively engaged in thinking, speaking and acting, but with impulsive nature, habits, past impressions, lack of thinking. Oh, thinking is there. Yes, lack of thinking means that you are not thinking consciously. So then obviously, thought comes, I'm upset, and then you get upset. So the person number 3 is the reactive mind, driven by the past impression, tendencies. Can I recognize? Yes. How do I recognize? I am still burning. My honey told me crazy. When it happened? 10 years ago. It is the past impression. Tendencies in the unconscious pattern. What is the unconscious pattern? Is the product. So what happens then? This product hijacks consciousness with automatic response based on the previous conditioning, fear, desire, unprocessed experiences. What I said? The person number 3 hijacks. What it hijacks? Understanding and self-awareness. No, but I understand that honey insulted me. That is your that is your delusion. That needs to be understood by thinking. By thinking, we need to understand lack of thinking or subconscious or unconscious habits helps past impressions to return, to react, and to get upset. Now you see, I'm speaking, understanding and self-awareness is required. That becomes the practice. But fact is that it is a non-practice and still it is a practice. So person number 3, driven by the past conditioning, unconscious patterns, it reacts automatically to triggers, projects of past experiences onto the present situation. Now just analyze further. Does the person number 3 says to you, here is a moment of anxiety, hence you go into anxiety? No, it does not say. No, it does not. That is what we say. That is what we say, lack of thinking. Now, if I cannot recognize these 3 areas, even if I have a clear understanding in the intellect, why? I have clear understanding of person 1, 2 and 3. But still I am upset. Why? Lack of self-awareness. Still I am upset. Why? Lack of awareness. Understanding is still there because that remains. You can say that is what I taught you. So lack of awareness, lack of awareness, lack of awareness or self-awareness is different than intellectual understanding. In science it will work because practical is outside. In Eastern wisdom it will not. It is only their self-awareness. It is only self-awareness. Or you can say, that is why, in US we say mindfulness is paying attention without judgment, etc., etc. I don't remember their word in which they claim is scientific. It is less scientific, more a claim. So it is only the self-awareness. I know. Say, I know I'm sitting on the chair. I know I'm speaking to you. I know I'm looking at you in the computer. I know. Person number 1. Person number 2. I consciously guiding you a simple but very deeper practice of mindfulness. And I also see in the background the person number 3 gives me some sensation in my toes, in the thighs, and the knees, because I have been sitting for the last 2 hours now. And is that person number 3? Yes. But person number 2 is fully aware, so it does not go there, and I will continue to sit. Same situation in your life. The moment anxiety, upset reaction comes, what should I do? What should I do? Pause. Why pause? I want to know what's happening. I want to be aware. Not I'm upset, how to get rid of the upset. No, I want to be aware. And when you are aware, you become aware of the 3 persons in you. You use the person number 2, the discerning I. You think. You may say mentally, I'm not, you need not to worry about it. Without, I must be, my mind must be empty, I should not think, then only I will succeed in meditation. Leave that part. Those people are only interested in 5 or 10 minutes of relaxation, which they claim mindfulness. No, our goal is higher. So the moment your thought says, I'm upset, I'm into anxiety, you have to person number 2 say in your mind, this is the thought, this is the thought of anxiety. Anxiety is a word. I am not the thought, I am not in anxiety. I am free. And then wait, again move into self-awareness and check. You are free. You are free. You are free. Yes, it is better. Sarvesham swastir bhavetu. So when you recognize person 1, 2, 3, it is time to do Mangalacharan in the mantra. Why? Repeatedly, with understanding and awareness. So may there be happiness for all. May there be happy. So you are doing the practice with eyes closed now for the sake of deeper and clear understanding. But during the day, when you do the practice with eyes open, no issue. May there be happiness for all. So I'm just giving you one idea. May there be happiness for all. Who says person 2? Person 1 is already passive, so it accepts. Who does not accept? You already know. Person number 3 does not accept. So it does not accept. So I repeat again until person 2 dissolves. It is the mind after all. It dissolves and you say, yes, I could see that, I could feel that. Then you leave it. We have solved this issue of anxiety, duality, conflict, reaction, etc., etc. Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So, also check. It is we recite while concluding, why we recite to help person number 2 remain active in a waking state. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. Now what happened, tell me?
Person number
Okay.
who is follow to one or other way of thinking. And person number 3, it is the who able to see the process of thinking.
Person number 3 is coming from prarabdha, the past impression, the memory. Person number 1, tamoguna, sitting, and you are aware that you are sitting. Now suddenly you say, oh, can I change the position? Person number 3 has come. It is actively engaged, subconsciously, without thinking. But without thinking means it comes from the past. Person number 3, all the reactions, negativity, good points, positive points, everything is accumulated there. So why we say because of the lack of thinking I get angry, upset, because it is ingrained in our memory bank or prarabdha. Person number 2, yes, you rightly said, it is a conscious thinker. So now see, person number 1 is sitting casually, you have understood. Not only the body, also the mind is not analytical. Mind is just looking, perception is there. It is not actively engaged, and suddenly, oh my goodness, I have a pain, prarabdha, past impression, memory. Okay, let me change the position here to here. But still the conscious thinker is not there. Why the hell the problem is? Why don't you take care of it? I want to understand. Person number 3 is thinking, but that thinking comes under the category of lack of thinking. What the hell? Why you are saying me? Wow, how dare you say that I am crazy? I'm still thinking. But this comes into the category of person number 3. It is guided, my thought, speech, and action is guided by my past impression, because craziness means madness, and this guy is saying me mad. How dare he can say? I reacted many a times in the past, so I am reacting today. So my thought has converted into reaction of anger and hesitation. But person number 3 is a thinker. What the thinker means what? It thinks. What it thinks? I'm angry. And the moment your person number 2 says, I'm angry, why? Oh, the guy told me crazy. So the discernment now moves ahead. Can this guy saying me crazy can make me crazy? No. Then why I'm angry? Why I'm upset? Why I'm upset? I don't know. You don't know because that is why delusion is there. That is why the ego is there.
So it's a automatic reaction.
Yes. Person number 3 is autopilot.
Autopilot. Okay, and person number 2 is
Conscious.
when autopilot is working, I still see the thinking process in the mind.
You see that thinking process is still there, but it is coming from the person number 3. It is an autopilot. It is a default mind. So I have to apply the person number 2. I have to become a conscious thinker, a discerning mind, discerning intellect. Person number 2 is the discerning intellect. And person 1 is waiting whether the person number 3 guides me or person number 2 guides me. Whether I have to raise my hand to slap you or whether I have to raise my hand to love you. Did you get it? So if you get it, apply this. When? Throughout the day. Let me see what happens. So you can say person number 1 is baseline awareness, or I can say animal mind. Animal mind is also aware. Whatever it is, it perceives. You look at the dog and the cows, yes, they also look at you. They are also aware, you are also aware. Thought is coming, but you say, okay, you are not actively engaged. Second is the discerning intellect. And the third is the default mind. I am distinguishing just for the sake of understanding. For the sake of understanding, I am doing it. Animal mind is the first person number 1. Okay, understood. Second is the discerning. Discerning intellect means that with understanding I am thinking. Without understanding I am thinking.
Understanding, you mean that I am choosing which way to think.
Yes, I am understanding. Yes, yes, yes. Default mind has nothing, it goes, how dare you become angry, how dare you abuse me, what the hell you are doing, I will not leave you.
And my task is to stay with person number 2 during the whole day.
Yes, yes, you rightly understood. I have to stay with the discerning intellect. It means discerning intellect means understanding with self-awareness. Default mind, can I say misunderstanding with so-called subconscious awareness? Misunderstanding. Can I say yes? I can say, I'm just giving different words. Misunderstanding with subconscious awareness. What is subconscious awareness? Oh, you said me crazy. I'm not crazy. How dare you say that? It is subconscious awareness. I don't want to know, can anyone give me a certificate that I'm crazy? Answer is no. It's a subconscious. Because I focus it, and then I guide and dictate the person number 1 to take action. To get actively engaged in the thought, speech, and action, and then what happens? I have to be in anxiety. I have to be reactive. You might have heard, or you might have listened, read on the Google that there is a still water meditation. Mind is totally, you simply imagine mind is still. When mind has to be still, it is only still when there is an understanding with self-awareness. Stillness only comes when understanding with self-awareness, not misunderstanding. So when there is a misunderstanding, there is a lack of self-awareness. Misunderstanding means that. Not misunderstanding, that means lack of self-awareness. So they seem to be together, but they are different. You rightly said they are, and you rightly said throughout the day, conscious thinker, and I can bet you if you do it even for 2 days, 24/7 in the waking state, you will see, oh, everything is gone from my system. So it depends. If the force of the prarabdha means the force of the default mind, means the force of the impulsive mind is more than the power of discerning mind, you will fall back. But no issue. If you fall back, return again. So you said during the day. It means you are actively monitoring your mental state to move you to move to the person number 290%. 10% still we cannot do it. It is impulsive nature. I feel to go to the restroom, it is impulsive nature, and then obviously person number 1 will be pushed back. So I accept that impulsive nature by the person number 2. No, let me go and finish. So how it comes? By the satsang. How that level of awareness comes, Master says only satsang practice is one factor. But consistent listening, learning, contemplation, reflection in the practice. Then what happens? You understand now is the time to respond, not to react. You know what it means? Karma Yoga. Oh, that is why Krishna says in the Gita, Karma Yoga is 90% intellectual, 10% physical. Now you understand the Nitya Karma Nimitta. Oh, this is what. Oh, it comes from this person number 2. Yes. I'm just, you already have that understanding and knowledge of intellectual understanding. But now, okay, I got it. Last session we had some progress. You have to progress further. Core difference between the default mind, person number 3. Why I use the word person 1, 2, 3? Because we feel like that. So it becomes easy for us to understand. Otherwise, they all are nothing but mind and intellect. So the default mind is characterized by automatic, reactive pattern, operating on autopilot, leading to identification with the thought and emotion. Why don't you understand that I am upset? Don't talk to me now. So I am identifying with the person number 3. But my friend, this is only a thought. Calm down. So those who are totally involved, they have become the thought. It becomes very difficult for them to change because they don't recognize the person number two. They cannot recognize. Come on, don't be upset. Why should I not be upset? What the hell you are doing to me? They don't understand. What should do with them? So no, first take care of yourself. We will take care of the world later. Eastern wisdom says, Eastern wisdom instantly answers, let's take care of your reaction. So the default mind is characterized by the autopilot. In contrast, the discerning mind, or I can say intellect, it is the same thing, is observant and conscious, capable of maintaining awareness without identifying with the mental content. Person number 3 identified, I am upset. Person number 2 says this is only a thought. So you drop the identification. Then you are making a progress. And sometime what is going to happen, the person number 2 will be dictated by the person number 3. Now I have analyzed it. It's not working. Is this excitement is the person number 2? You are lacking self-awareness. Understanding plus self-awareness. Understanding plus nature's consciousness, animal mind. Person number 3. From where these concepts have come of mindfulness, watching the thought without judgment, etc., etc., etc. But we are going deeper. I gave an example of the ship captain. Problem is outside and I'm more focused on outside. Problem is outside, the captain is focused inside, is the discerning intellect. Focused outside is the default intellect. Person number 3. Should I tell you something greater? What is that? Identification with emotion and observation of emotion. It is so simple and we made it so difficult. Emotion is there? Yes. I identify or I simply observe. Look at this guy who's showing tantrums, who's getting angry, whose gestures are changing. Oh, that guy in me. Identification with the emotion and the observation of emotion. You can easily separate person number 2 and person number 3. I am angry. This is a thought of anger. How simple it looks. I'm upset because of you, and this is a thought only. I observe the emotions rising in me, which says I am upset. Don't be egoistic. Ego says, how the hell I don't understand? No, you understand already. Understanding plus self-awareness. Otherwise our ego says, what do you think I don't understand? It will not work. That is why Master says humility is required. I also gave an example of traffic jam, how the default Person number 3 observes, identifies with it, and person number 2 says, okay, my duty to stop at red light, my duty is ready to go at the green light, so I am waiting. I'm just a person number 1 plus person number 2, nothing to do with the person number 3. Thoughts are there, subconscious thoughts are there. I'm getting late, I will be, what will happen? But they are very weak, very weak. When they are weak, you are warm. So why I created this for you, person number 1, 2 and 3, it's a teaching framework. What is the framework says that we are not our thoughts or feeling and experiences, but we are consciousness and awareness in which they occur. The waves takes place in the ocean, in the water. All the thoughts, good, bad, high, low, from person 1 and 3 and 2 takes place in the ocean of consciousness. It becomes the highest teaching. Do you think that, I'm started from the beginning? No. Beginning can also be the highest teaching. Did you understand? Many waves in the same water, many thoughts, one category, person number 2, second category person, all the thoughts are into the same consciousness. Consciousness is the space, it is an observer, it is distinct from the thoughts in the person number 2 and the person number 3. I got it, I am in peace, peace consciousness. Finish. Awakened. Look at it. Very deep.
Everything is consciousness, but with person number 1 and person number 3, we have not any chance to pass through the waves.
Person 1 and person 3 will stick to the identification with the body, mind, past experiences. Hence, it will never recognize that it is consciousness. Hence, we have to move to the person number 3.
Person number 2.
Well, yeah, person number 2. Yes, sir. That is why we have to consciously think. That is why the concept and the principle of discernment has been introduced by our masters. Person number 1, baseline, as I said, baseline animal consciousness, passive awareness. Dog is sitting there, I am teaching, so dog does not know that I am sitting. So person number 2 is absent. Person number 3, yes, it is there. I show the bite of food and he will jump on me. Person number 2 represents the discerning intellect, which is actively observant and conscious. Person number 3 is impulsive. Animal. What is the specific quantitative goal? Answer this question. What is the specific quantitative goal for activating the discerning intellect? That means person number 2 for seekers, and over what period? Can I not live in discerning intellect all the time? Yes, I have to live in that. But why I have to live? Because it gives me an understanding plus self-awareness. So I can appreciate my life. I can think, speak and act rightly. What is right, good and proper attitude will take me to the karma yoga.
To obtain six treasures.
To obtain six treasures. When I am caught in person 1 and 3 and I say that I will get into peace, I am not getting it. I understand what you say, but it is not happening. So I have to, if I want a quantitative goal, I have to activate the discerning intellect. So just check it. Even at this moment's understanding, person number 1, baseline 2, discerning intellect. I can return to self-awareness only by an intellect, not by the default mind. Oh, you teach me, I'm aware. Are you angry? No, I'm not angry. I have a lack of awareness and in which I'm becoming angry, and I'm saying that only the intellect you can have a discerning understanding has to be there. But the person number 3 is, what the heck you are saying, I'm not angry, guide me. You're angry, you're upset. No, I'm not upset. Master says humility, Mangalacharan. So the person number 1 has an intact, you can say, unripe ego. Person number 3 always creates an unripe ego. Person number 3 creates a ripe ego, it makes you aware. Ripe and unripe ego, I have already talked about it. So person number 2, with the ripe ego, there is no problem. Person number 3 identifies with the unripe ego. How dare you say that I'm a... How dare you say that, I'm mad? You're mad. Look at it. So definitely, you rightly said, person number 1, mostly in tamoguna state, or with reference to the stillness in the body, also with reference to the mind, because it doesn't want to do anything, it is just aware. What it is aware of the wall. What is wall? You move to the person number 2. How long you can continue to understand whether it's a wall is solid or not, you can have a discerning intellect. Person number 3, this is not wall, this is my home, my sweet home, where I'm suffering every day. You see that? My sweet home, I identify with. This is just a metaphor to help you understand by person 1, 2, 3. You can see them, this is all the mind. You can see them, the mind intellect is there, but we need a self-awareness. Active discern. Person number 2 is active participants with understanding. Without this active engagement, the impulsive nature, person number 3, that dominates my life throughout the day, lack of conscious thinking, perpetuating automatic reaction pattern that causes the suffering in my life. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, yes. 48 hours, and I hope that you are not in the state of person number 1. You take care of the person number 3 by person number 2, and you live in that self-awareness, understanding. Anxiety is gone, reaction is gone, anger is gone, pain is gone, duality is gone, conflict is gone.